guys, how's it going and welcome back. So we've got a neat little charge station for you guys, and I cannot for the life of me pronounce the name, but it's Oittm, and this is an aluminum charging dock station for the Apple Watch and iPhone. However, it does do a lot more than just those devices, but the two ports on top are basically for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod. Now, I tried to put my full-size iPad Air 2 on here. It kind of went on there, but I don't really trust it. But an iPad mini for sure, because if you go on the Amazon site, you'll see a pic of an iPad mini, not a full-size iPad. But I had to try. Fits the iPhone just great. So you just pop her on there and away you go. And it's got a nice little backrest that you can adjust for, the amount of lean type of thing, so you're not, over bending at your cord. So I've got mine actually set up just perfect with having the phone in a case. Now the iWatch side, that's over here. And now here's the thing, you don't get any cables with this thing except the power cable, because this thing plugs right into your regular wall plug. Alright, so you're not using up any USB ports on your laptop or your tower or your iMac, what have you, okay, or whatever computer. Anyway, so it does plug into that, and it has plenty of juice. I was actually quite impressed. I filled up all the ports in this thing except for, of course, the iWatch, because I don't have an iWatch. And I was charging my iPad on this, my iPhone. I was charging my Bluetooth speaker, as well as a battery that I have for one of my RC toys that uses a USB charger to charge that battery. And actually it charged everything quite quickly. So there's plenty of amperage there to go around for all your devices without straining the system at all. So that's really good. So pretty impressed with that. The bracket here is actually metal too, just so that you're aware. Now your ports on the back, you've got your 3 USB ports. Now this is the one for my iPad, and this one here is actually my dual port charger for my wireless guitar gear stuff. So this is actually going to come in really handy for me, because right now I actually have this cable plugged in on the floor into a power bar to my iPad charger, so I can just swap the cables out, right? But then I get just enough reach to get up to the table to put my wireless gear. So it's kind of a bit of a pain. But with this unit, it sits on my desk. I'll have plenty of cable accessible now for charging all my stuff, and I can keep it right beside my computer, which is great. Now, it does come with instructions, which are very easy to use. And you'll see that there's this little rubber grommet deal here. Now, these thinner ones, you'll get 2 thin ones like this and 2 thick ones. I'll show you the stuff in the box in a second. The thin ones are based on having your iPhone or iDevice in a case. So you use the thin one. If you're not in a case, you use the thicker one so that it balances out properly, and, away you go. Now, this top piece does come off, because that's where you're going to find all of these little goodies inside anyways. You just carefully pry it off, and you'll find 2 USB ports inside. Now, you do have to use your own cables, like I said, and fish them through, and the instructions are very clear, very easy to understand. So I don't have my second port in use here yet, but I'm going to actually plug something into the second port here. And for me, I'm going to just remove this and just have the cable come out here. And then that gives me another accessible port for stuff. But you just spool up your cable into like a little lasso kind of thing here, and tuck it away inside the cavity, and away you go. And then, like I said, this plugs into the wall. So plug that in, and there's my iPhone. And voila. Now my phone is already charged. I actually just took it off this thing a minute ago. But you'll see it activates the phone, and so it will charge it if it needs a charge. And of course, your phone stops charging when it needs to. So in the box here. Now I don't know what this 3M sticker ring thing is all about. I haven't even found that actually in the instructions, so I'm not quite sure what that's all for, but it doesn't actually no, actually it doesn't even show it here what it's for, so don't know. That's actually a good one, so the instructions don't cover that. You do get this little Velcro cable tie, so you can tie your cables together and keep them all nice and neat and inside here. Now these are the extra little grommets you'll get. So you got two thick ones, and you got this will be your spare thin one for if you have a case. You do get this little paperwork here, and 3-year replacement service for free, an exclusive new arrivals giveaway. Just register on, like I said, I can't even pronounce the name, I'm sorry. Declare all your personal information will be kept strictly confidential. So you register this for a 3-year replacement service, which is kind of really cool. So you get 3 years on it. Now this unit, by the way, is only $52.99 Canadian, so that's pretty good, and it's on the Amazon.ca website, so you can check it out there. There will be a link in the description of this video for that. This little protector is what just came off the power cord end. You know, they always ship a little plastic protector dotty. And that is all you get in the box. So I'm going to actually save this box for sure. And away we go. And I'll have to register my warranty too while I'm at it. Like I said, I don't know what this ring is all about. I've no idea, unless it's... Oh, I know what this is for. I just noticed that. That is actually for the rest, an anti-slip thing. They don't show it in the manual though. That's kind of weird. So we just take this. I was kind of wondering what this thing would be for. Wow, that is really super sticky. Try and do this without monkeying it up. The only thing when you don't get a really good angle to get this on here. It's probably about as close as I'm going to be able to get it here. There we go. Voila! A little bit finicky, but so we screw this in. So before you tighten this all the way down, jam your iPhone or iPad mini in, whichever way you're going to use it, and just get it so it just rests at the back. Just have to barely touch it. And snug that button up, and voila, there you go. So now you've got a anti-slip pad on there. So now we know what that was for. That's cool. Awesome. Now, I know a lot of you guys like your star reviews and stuff, and I'm all good with that. And before we get to that, product features. Unique compact design and versatility, high quality premium aluminum multifunction charging dock stand. Perfect combination for the Apple Watch and iPhone without cable mixture, so without mixing up your cables. Built-in 2 USB ports for charging Apple Watch and iPhone, iPad, and iPod. Those are the ports that are inside that come out to these two areas. And external 3 ports for other electronic devices, which means anything else you've got, like if you have an Android device, for example, you plug into the back ports. Okay, no big deal, right? And so you don't have to specifically deal with the whole Apple thing. You know, most people have at least a Apple device nowadays. But you can plug non-Apple stuff into the back, no big deal. Phone stand can be moved forward or backward by adjusting the screw. That's the little aluminum stand here. We just put the anti-slip thing on. Compatible with iPhone, watch, iPhone, iPad, iPod, and other devices with a USB port. AC input, 100 to 240 at 50 to 60 hertz. USB output is 5 volts, 2.4 amps each port. You got a total of 5 ports there. Total output is 5 volts, 7 amps, 35 watts smart IC. Raw materials, aluminum alloy and ABS. This part would be your ABS. And the size is 200 millimeter by 90 millimeter by 36.5 millimeter. Okay, so on to the whole star rating thing. I would put this at an easy 4.5 out of 5. You know, I mean, of course, we all know nothing's actually perfect. So that's where I'm at with it. And at a 4.5 out of 5, I say that's more than enough to say, yes, I would recommend buying this thing. Yes, I think it's worth the $52 easily, you know. Just because it is a quality built item. It does have plenty of amperage for each port. It does charge your devices quickly. Even to get my iPad topped up didn't take much more than like a half an hour or so. It wasn't anywhere near an hour. Charging my phone back to 100%, it was, I think, somewhere around the 70s. Didn't take long. That battery was phenomenal, because normally that battery is like 3 hours, and it wasn't even an hour, and it had more than enough amperage available to get that battery charged up. So I was pretty impressed with that. So that's pretty good. Would I like to see any changes? I don't know, I think it's pretty much okay the way it is. I mean, personally, like I said, I don't own an Apple iWatch, and I never will, actually, because I don't wear watches, especially at work, because I would smash it. So I tend not to wear watches, and besides, I have a clock on my phone, so I don't need a watch, and I don't do the whole, you know, communicational stuff that the iWatch does. So for me, like I said, this port, I'm just going to fish a cable up through here, and then that'll give me 3 out the back, plus 1 here, which I don't know what I'm going to plug in there yet. The iPhone one is definitely very, very useful. I like that. But that's for me. Okay, that's how I'm going to use the thing myself. I think it's a great device. It's really nice and compact. Actually, it's the same color as my iMac, which is pretty awesome. The silver on my iMac is the same. That would be pretty much about it for that. So do take a look at it. If it's something you're interested in and you want something that has multiple device accessibility, especially with the extra USB ports, definitely fits the bill. Like I said, most people have an iDevice of some sort nowadays, and I like this for the phone part, you know, because I can have my phone beside my computer. Always make sure I keep my phone topped up, and you know, while you're charging your phone, you can talk on your phone too, so that's kind of convenient. To have it even right there, and I can talk and leave it on speakerphone, and it's not going to get tossed around my desk or dropped on the floor, that sort of thing. So I kind of really like that capability there too. So anyways, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more cool tech videos in future, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.